Islands in the stream. That is what they are. We're talking about Dolly, guys. Get in here. We're going to discuss a little bit of couple synastry, couples goals. It's a question mark, actually. And we're going to start with Dolly and Carl and get into why they work, why their love never was shook by any Jolene that got in the way. Greetings, guys. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Monette, and this is my channel, Evolve with Monette. For those of you that are new here, I'm a professional intuitive empath, and this month of love, we're examining it from every dynamic, and we're taking a look at some of my favorite couple goals and their synastry. Now, couple goals is a question mark. We don't want to pedestalize anybody, but I do think that we can learn something or two from the ones around us that are doing what they do in the love department. And today we're talking about Dolly Parton and Carl, her husband. And I'm handy dandy notes here. And Carl Thomas Dean. Carl Thomas Dean is a Cancer, born July 20th. And Dolly is a Capricorn, born January 19th. I hope I'm not flipping and reversing that. In any case, I wanted to talk about their South Node synastry. That they're on the opposite ends of the astrological spectrum there. So there's a really nice balance for each other in this dynamic. I picked this couple because we don't see them. We don't hear about them. The last time that Carl went to an industry event, it was in the 70s. He felt uncomfortable there, and he talked to his partner, and he said, I don't really like it here. This is not my world. They met at a laundromat. So he met a beautiful girl, Dolly, just bouncing around, being her magical self. Little did he know that he was connected to the superstar. I like this love for a lot of reasons. It parallels some things in my life. Not to just say, I'm a superstar, I'm not Dolly. What I'm saying is that I've always loved this love personally because I knew that who I was with was going to have to be okay with me being me. Whatever that meant. I always knew that whatever that was not going to be conventional. It wasn't going to look, I wasn't just going to go do a regular thing. That was not me. And I love that Dolly is always Dolly, and that her husband is at the farm on the tractor living his life quietly and is faithful and loves her and is with her, and she goes out and is a fucking superstar and comes home to this quiet, comfortable sanctuary. And that is something I did recreate in my own life, that I was a couple goal, aficionado of. I said, I love that. I love that. You don't even know who he is. Dolly has her own spotlight, and that's not anything negative. Some people don't want it. Like he said, I don't like this. I'm not cut out for this industry-ish. Islands in the stream, that is what they are, and it's incredible to see. I'm trying to see if I wrote down how long that they were together. How long they've been together. Gosh, it's got to be over 40, 50 years. It's an incredibly long time. They've been together a long time. And I love that. I love seeing that energy. But what I love even more is the balance on the synastry. That counterbalance of Cancerian energy creating home, and that's his energy creating home. And her, Capricorn, even if it's flipped in reverse, either way, same. There's something that's created, and there's a level of privacy. What I love, if I've got Dolly clocked right as Cappy, then there's this energy about being integral to family traditions and longevity. So it was always in her bones to have this kind of connection, and then to come home to someone who could nurture her in the way that she would need to when she was not on tour, when she could take her wigs off, and when she could take her heels off, and she could quote unquote let her hair down. This is the kind of energy that you want around in the long run of your life. It's not just the easy stuff that comes and goes. This is a couple's goals to me. I'm not talking about anybody on Instagram or anybody on our YouTubes or TVs. I'm talking about quiet. We figured it out. We figured it out without a blueprint, because who is a Dolly before there's a Dolly? There's never been anything like it. And that meant that she had to have the strongest man be in her life that was able to manage that, because Dolly's a sex symbol. To this day, Dolly could get it. She could get it from me, okay? Dolly's gorgeous, okay? To this day, fun fact, I dated somebody, real talk, from Lockhart, South Carolina, who was like 13 to 15 cousins to Dolly. And I'm not telling you, her Aunt Sheila, the girl I dated, literally looked a little bit like Dolly, like a little doll. She used to wear a little short pixie cut. She was so beautiful. But anyway, that's my closest proximity to Dolly. That's my Kevin Bacon 7 degrees of separation. It was a lot more than 7. But in any case, I got close to Dolly. Very, very, very far away. I never met her, never seen her in my life. But I love Dolly to this day, and she's gorgeous. And so a man has to be strong in order to really withstand the fact that your woman is coveted across the lands, okay? And this is before interwebs, this is before Pornhub. Dolly was coveted, okay? People love Dolly, and her man stood by her and said, you know what? What we're gonna do is we're gonna do this, just me and you. And I love that. That's couple goals. I don't know what goes on behind the scenes, and I also love that. We don't know Dolly's business. We will never know. The day that that man passes away, the day Dolly passes away, we're still not gonna know their business. And the Leo in me that grew up in the 80s babies that had a beeper, I love people not knowing my business unless I want them to know it. Dolly has for her a keeper, and Dolly, my God, is a keeper. But that's my couples goals. There, definitely. There's no question mark there for me. That's the model for how I live my life. I want it to be beautiful. I want it to be prosperous. I want it to be quiet. And I want commitment and loyalty and longevity. I give that. I want it. And Dolly showed me in her own quiet model that it can be. That you can be unique and bright and streak through the sky and be a comet and come home to someone who's quiet, who says, would you like some tea? I would. I would like some tea. All right, guys, so good sharing energy with you. Drop your teacups below for cozy love if that's what you want to do. And come back and join me next time. We'll continue to evolve together.